Yes, I know. An opening under less than a minute. Come on. I try once in a while. I try to accommodate. But the show openings for the lives are always going to be that long. Sorry, there are people that do longer than mine, but I like my openings. Anyway, I know I've done some content in a while, so I decided to come up and do some content today. It's Saturday. I'm doing like stuff around the house to keep myself busy. Weather here fucking sucks. So, let's go with this. Hey folks, I'm Dutch Doll. I'm the host of Dutch Doll Discussions. Today we're here to talk about the voices in my head. And I ain't got much to say lately because nothing's been going on. And anything that's been going on, I've been holding for the show on Wednesdays. My reminder for you guys, we are on a Wednesday at 6 o'clock again from 6 to 7, our time slot. Every Wednesday, week in and week out. Me and my crew love to come on and educate people what's going the fuck on and just bitch and moan and just... Listen, we've been getting a pretty good crowd lately and the channel's growing and... Listen, I appreciate it, guys. I thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. So, a debate was brought up to me. And it's been going on YouTube around and, somebody said, somebody knocks at your door at 3 o'clock in the morning, what firearm in the house do you go down and open the door with? So I have to look at it from a cop's point of view, right? I'm fucking like, it's a good question. Some guy's like, I want my AR. He's at the threshold, he's at the door, he can come in or he may run away. Folks, if he's running away, don't shoot him. Don't. It's a nice manslaughter charge there. Don't do it. If he's running away, the threat is no longer there. Don't shoot him in the back. Guys like, I want my M1 carbine. I have one of those too. Guys like, I want a pistol. I want my 9. I want my 45. And the more I thought about this, guys knocking at my door at 3 o'clock. What burglar or robber, rapist, knocks on the fucking front door at 3 o'clock in the morning? Seriously. This old school cop's mind. Knocking the door at 3 o'clock in the morning, is never good news. And it's usually a cop delivering that news. So the chances are greater than anything else, it's a cop on the other side of that door. And do I want to greet that fine officer with a firearm in my hand? No, they got enough problems to worry about. What am I going to scare the shit out of him, take another 10 years off his life? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go knock on... Who there? Police department, look out. Okay, we're good. It's the police department. Open the door and expect the bad news. I've done plenty of death notifications over the years. Little Tony's not coming home for dinner. Usually it wasn't like that. I mean, we joke about it, the gallows, humor, the whole thing. Outside. But it's a very wholesome and professional response. I actually had to do one since I've been retired. Last year, we lost a member of our family, the Doyle Nation. And I found out. Well, I did a little investigating and found out is what happened. I had to break that news to a lot of people. And it's very different doing it over the phone. You never want to do a death notification in person, over the phone. You always want to do it in person. Every I call like 6-7 people. And they let it trickle out from there and whatnot. We did a memorial program for her. She's missed. But I tell everybody the same way. Are you okay? Is somebody home for you right now? Or are you sitting down? And then you go into it. I do not want to be the one telling you this news. That's a burden you have to carry with you. Even when you go off duty, you take that home with you. I mean, go home, hug and kiss your kids because they're safe, your wife's safe, your fiance's safe, your girlfriend's safe, your husband's safe, your boyfriend's safe. It's just something that we did, and it became second nature to us. And it bleeds on the police officer's emotion. Bleeds so much that we become numb to it. And then things that used to make us happy really don't find joy, or we can't express ourselves anymore. I've been accused of that lots of times since, over the years. Unempathetic, empathetic. I have no empathy. I can't afford to have empathy on the job. I can't. I can feel for you. I can feel bad for you. But I can't feel... You committed the crime, I have to arrest you. Jeremiah Payne's going off on some thing, continuing the war on cops and bad propaganda. He's like fucking Goebbels over there, fucking running propaganda, how cops are so fucking bad. Chili too. I mean, the job is hard enough already. We gotta deal with these fucking idiots. So we didn't go live. We were gonna go live this weekend, and we decided not to because it's all about Wednesday's show for us. You know, I haven't put out content or whatnot because I've been saving the bullet. We are going to discuss Cyrax. Rebel's back. He sounds good. He does, so that's a good thing. We're going to discuss Chili in his trifold and how he got pulled over and how much that helped him. Hoping that we get to Wednesday and my friend Brooklyn Audit doesn't get arrested because then we do a celebration. He didn't get arrested for a whole week. And the fact that Glenn is recycling shit. So that's some of the topics we're going to discuss. Like I said, the first half hour is ours, second half hour is yours. You come up. The link is up there already. I will not take anybody up in the first half hour. If the intermission's played, and everybody knows when the intermission's played, it's a song, I'll bring you up for a half hour. But we try to do an hour, because anything over an hour, we're repeating ourselves. Two, because people become desperate for content. So they start creating things and start schmoozing the truth and whatnot, or outright fucking lying when I have them up on panel. They're not my people, so I don't know I can't vet what's coming out of their mouth. My people, my staff is, we piss excellence. We joke around saying. We try to get the story right the first time. I had an incident 2 weeks ago where I was late on the story because it takes me an entire day to put the show together for the night. And I had made my phone calls either the night before or early in the morning, and I wasn't up to date. And the guy who I said was in bookings was already out. I've talked to him since then. Me and him are fine, but the guy who brought up the comment, I apologized to him in the comment section. Like, I didn't lie, I was just misinformed, though I wasn't up on the current events. So, yeah, that's what we got going on. But it'll be Wednesday night, 6 o'clock, as always. I'm not dashing out this weekend like I did 2 weeks ago. But I did dash out after the show. We ended at 7. I was on the road by 7:05. And I did get home in time for Wednesday's show. To at least put on. It was a decent show. We had a decent showing. The numbers went up quite a bit. Again, appreciate it, guys. We don't ask for anything but your participation in this chat. Or up on the panel. I don't want your money. I could have monetized long ago and I haven't. I don't want you to give me anything, but I do receive gifts every now and then, mostly from the cops I know, who know my address. But, yeah, I tune into Wednesday's show. It's going to be fun. Hopefully we'll have a Sir Dr. Douglas B. Fresh, Esquire, MD, OBGYN the ninth there. I love my sound producer and engineer. You guys fucking top notch. And, of course, Tits McGee's going to be there. It's not a show without Tits McGee. That bitch has been on fucking fire lately, right? She's fucking red hot. We go fucking tennis back and forth with each other. Boom, boom, boom. You always gotta have a straight man. She's straight as they come. Never pulls any punches. And we try not to talk on the day of the show. We talk 15 minutes before the show. We do a dry run through. But we try to keep it fresh. We try to keep the reactions. Well, we all know the topics, but we don't know how I'm going to deliver them. So her reactions are fucking priceless. And as she says, I live my life in my face. So when she shoots back, funny story. She can tell when I'm getting frustrated. I get cut off on the when I'm talking because I either rub my face, I cover my mouth, or I start reaching for the ball and start squeezing. She knows it's time to. We can control the panel a little bit. Let the host speak. But Carl, you always appreciate it. And the Doyle family, Doyle Nation, like Strawberry Tea, Jenna Fig, Hank, Kick, Lou Sasso's back. So he's part of the family. He's always good for a fucking laugh. We got a lot of good people. Florida IG, we got loads of fucking good people. But it's good to have that core. It's always good. They put out fires in the chats when I need them put out. They'll direct a conversation if it needs to be directed. They'll bring it home for me. I mean, we all work together. They don't get enough credit as they should. I had Base Horseman do the intro for the show, so it buys me some time before my fucking 3-minute, my 8-minute intro goes on. He did that whole thing where I get a couple seconds, so I hit play. I got time to hit live, and then we have a smoke detector. Did a tribute for Cyrex for his for his fighting debut, his championship debut. Marty, music was Marty. Good show, great fucking show. Hope you didn't get hurt. Hope you didn't hurt your knuckles. Cyrex, you definitely bit off more than you could chew. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun on Wednesday. We're gonna have some fun, but remember, folks, it's the unseen acts that the police do that nobody really gets to recognize. 3 o'clock in the morning, we're knocking on your door. You know, your daughter got into a car accident. Everything's okay. She's at the hospital. Get dressed. We're going to take you. And those of us who are cops who watch, because I know there's a lot of NYPD cops who watch this. The worst is at 3 o'clock in the morning when the chaplain's police car shows up and he gets out with his collar and his police department uniform on, and you know what that is. Great to inform you, your husband, your wife, your son, your daughter will not be going home. They made the ultimate sacrifice. If there's anything you need, the department stands behind you. The city stands behind you. Yeah. It's a risk we take. I got interviewed for Fitzgerald's funeral. I was a New York cop. I showed up at the crime scene because the detective wanted to see what happened. After everything was said and done the day of the funeral, and there was a news reporter there, and he asked me what I thought about him. I informed him I was retired and how much I really missed the job and I missed the guys. I missed the clowns, not the circus. I was cool with that. And I was still talking about the officer's death, and he goes, "But you sign up for this." I didn't sign up for this. I signed up to make a difference. I signed up to help people, to enforce the law. Because under the law, we're all equals. The only thing we're equal under is the law. You murder a homeless guy or you murder a millionaire, right? It's the same fucking penalty. You get the same time in jail. You kill a homeless guy the same way you killed a millionaire, you're going to jail for the same fucking time. No consideration. I don't care that you're fucking Trump Jr. or Rockefeller or Carnegie or whatnot. It's a life taken, and you have to answer for that. I mean, under the law, supposedly, everybody's equal. And I believe in that. I believe laws were written for a reason. All men and women were created equal. Yeah. That's just my belief. That's a good belief to have, because everybody believes that under the Constitution, right? But, there's 1A orders. They got to flex. They got to flex that. You don't need to flex it. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it. It may not be illegal, but it could be immoral. Stop weaponizing things. All you're doing is... I know Brooklyn's coming out with a supporting deposition for auditing now. This is becoming an ongoing thing in New York. And supporting deposition is to make the police jobs easier. Police officers' job easier. Instead of drawing up with the district attorney, because there are a lot more of these arrests being made, there are 3 or 4 pages of legal paperwork that you fill in the blanks, right? He was, spitting, or he was taping in the foyer, or he was moving barriers, or he walked on department property, refused to leave, trespassing, disorderly conduct, and all of it's in there. Just a check mark. Fill in date and time. You sign the bottom, the whole, you affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth is under there, under penalty of perjury and whatnot. You sign it as a court document. Get sent down to the district attorney's office. And those cases take longer than the draw-up cases. It takes longer to draw up a case, but they leave the supporting docket cases to the end because they can move them so quickly. So as long as a police officer speaks to a DA and draws up a case, that case will be seen sometimes right away, depending how the morning's going in court. But all the 5 boroughs are different. Brooklyn court closes at 2, reopens at 8. Well, I don't know why the fuck they closed down for fucking 6 hours, but okay. Manhattan, I think, is maybe 12, but they knock it off. Staten Island goes till 10. I think Bronx goes to the midnight too. And Queens, it's fucking Queens. The Queens Marines do what they fucking do, the crayon eaters. But anyway, folks, I wanted to give you an update of what's going on. I wanted to throw that argument about, what do you reach for at 3 o'clock in the morning when somebody's knocking at your door? Remember, it's probably a cop. No burglars are knocking the door. We're there to give you a notification for something bad that's happened. Want to make sure you're going to be okay. It's our job. And some of us did take that oath pretty goddamn seriously. Like, I don't fight for your constitutional right for freedom of speech. I don't, because I was a city cop. But I'm there to protect you while you use it in protests and stuff like that. But I will defend it up to a point. Like, I'm not going to shoot somebody because they tell you can't talk, right? They're not allowing you to use your freedom of speech. It's not a deadly physical force scenario. I might arrest them for disorderly conduct. Causing public alarm, or more than a crowd of 3 to gather, blocking pedestrian flow, shit like that. Remember, folks, a police precinct is a sanctuary. There are victims in the foyer. There are victims in the lobby. There are victims in the 124 room being interviewed. There's victims in the detective squad. You come in there, you videotape. You say, we have to make our own our own privacy. Right? Well, I'm okay with that. Right. But you have to realize when a police officer asks you to leave, that's the first line of defense for privacy. We are custodians of the New York City Police Department. We are custodians of all the buildings. We are custodians of the city of New York. So I ask you to leave, giving you a lawful order. We have a victim right here. We have a child right here. You have to leave. Even if there's nobody in the lobby, I'm asking you to leave. It's a lawful order to leave. I'm not doing anything. I just want to come in and walk around. You cannot. There are sensitive documents. There are things that go on in a precinct you have no party to watch or see. Precincts are wide open. You get in there, you get in the muster room, you can see everything on the first floor. But folks, here's your update. This is a question for you at 3 o'clock in the morning. What do you do? Think on that for a second. I'm Dutch Dahl. These are my discussions. We will see you at 6 o'clock on Wednesday night. Later.
Yesterday, I was up before the dawn, and I really have enjoyed my stay, but I must be moving on. Like a king without a castle, like a queen without a throne, I'm an early morning lover, and I must be moving on. I believe in what you say is the undisputed truth.
So, how about a blowjob?
Having the nerve to ask such a question? $12 bottle of wine.
Are you crazy? My parents might see.
Oh, come on. Who's gonna see us at this hour? I'll return the favor.
Wait, can you imagine if we got caught? Oh my God, what my dad would do to you.
There's nobody around. Everybody's asleep.
No way, it's way too risky.
Please?
Dad says to go ahead and give him a blowjob. Or I can do it. Or if need be, he'll come down himself and do it. But for God's sake, tell him to take his hand off the intercom.
Having a girlfriend whose father has a sense of humor? Priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard.